Hi, hello, good evening, friends. Today we are going to see about simple hibiscus leaves hair pack. You might have heard about that because which is very famous hair pack. So, so all will do regularly, but this is a different method how we can do this process in the sense usually what they will do they will grind it that leaves and they will extract the juice from the uh, leaves and finally they will filter and they will use, isn't it? But now if you use in that manner, that small leaves particles, it would be like in the colloidal format, it would be settled in down, or else while you are taking by your hand it may be settled by your by your applying process, as well as in your scalp it might be settled, and it will make some irritation while combing the small flakes. It will fall on your shoulders like an dandruff, so it will irritate many of them. So to avoid those circumstances, we can do the things. You have to soak that hibiscus leaves overnight, or else at least 4 hours. This is recommended. 2 to 4 hours is very strongly recommended. Once you have done with the soaking, you have to squeeze that leaves by your hand as like an mechanical blender it will do, right? As like the blending process you have to do by your hand itself, as like you are seeing in this video. So one 2 to 3 minutes you have to squeeze as like that. Slowly that essence, I mean to say that juice will mix into that water. That consistency, it should be like in a gel format. Oftenly you have to check it. Once you got that entire gel format, you can take and filter it. So still many needs to come. So now this is a correct consistency, because all that formed on the top with the leather. So once you got that foam among all those open vessel, you can start filtering it. So once you filter it very clearly, this juice is not at all containing any more particles, or else that small flakes it won't come, because we are squeezing and taking only that extract, I mean to say only that juice. So that pure essence it will come to you. So many will ask with me, so we can apply in the oily hair, I mean to say already I have applied oil last night, or else early morning I have applied it, so can I continue with the pack with oil or without oil? In that manner many of them raising question. For both of the question, answer would be the same, because you can do this pack in oily hair as well as dry hair also, I mean to say without applying oil also you can do that. And then while applying you have to, as like regular hair pack only, you have to apply. So part by part you have to take one comb, I mean to say that special combs are available to segregate your layers, hair layers, part by part. So you can take that, and you can do that part by part and apply first in the scalp area completely. You have to cover in the scalp. So after that slowly you can come into hair part from the forehead to back, and finally you can apply into that entire hair length. while applying to that entire hair length, okay, you have to, many of them won't cover that inner part of the hair. I mean to say, once you remove your light, so they will apply only that outer part. That inner part, it won't be cover. So you have to take your hand and spread it your hair in a palm and apply that. Okay, so once you apply that, from the neck down to hair end, so many of them will be having normal hair length. So for them it would be easy. I mean to say, time constraint is very easy. Why I have covered all those things? I mean to say, entire 12 to 13 minutes, why I have covered in the sense. So many of them are saying, no, this pack is taking much time, or else they themselves, without doing anything else, they themselves assume that it will take more than half an hour or 1 hour in this manner. But it never takes much more time, more than 15 minutes, because that hibiscus leaves already you have soaked for a overnight, or at least for a 4 hours. That squeezing process, I mean taking that extract from the leaves by manually, or else by the small blender as like that equipment. So it will take 2 to 3 minutes. If you have very long hair, definitely it takes 2 to 3 minutes extra than a normal hair. So here, even though she's having nail length hair, it takes just 10 minutes to apply. Okay, so it never takes more than 15 minutes. What I'm saying is the entire process. So kindly do this process weekly once. And then one more thing I forgot to say in the starting itself, apologies for that. You have to take that hibiscus leaves corresponding to your hair length. Suppose you might be having shoulder length hair, or else below shoulder, in the sense 20 leaves is more than enough. Okay, so hip length or else butt length 30 leaves is more than enough to cover entire scalp and hair up to the hair end. See, now we have taken 50 leaves because this is nail length hair, and we used to put heavily. All the packs we will do very heavily. I mean to say, excess than a regular, I mean required amount, more than a adequate amount. We will do some more extra and we use it to apply. So in this manner we will do. And then, as I said, while seeing in the video, you might have known about that. See, up to the end you have to completely scalp full coverage, then hair outer part and inner part, and up to the end you have to do. So as I said, you have to keep your hair, spread it in your palm, and you apply that entire gel. So after that you can put a bun and keep it for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Suppose you are not having cold body, I mean to say, you can't catch by cold often, in the sense you can leave it more than 1 hour also. And if you have a surplus time, that would be very useful to you. And then final and important part is benefit of this. Already you guys know about that benefit of hibiscus, even though it's my duty to explain again. See, now summer had started. So while summertime, even though if you are using that regular oil, regular shampoo, your hair will become dry. So these kind of dryness can be avoided. And then few of them won't put oil. So that kind of peoples, if you apply this pack and wash it off, definitely it never makes your hair dry. And then it will give superb shiny, I mean to say, as like an advertisement, shampoo advertisement hair it would be. And one more benefit is tangle, so you can remove tangle very easily within 5 to 10 minutes, not even in 10 minutes, within 5 minutes you can. So all other benefits are there, and once you complete that entire pack, you have to put a bun as like this. So while covering on the top, that top gel it might come down, and that top part it might have get dried. So you have to cover it once again. You have to pour that juice on the bun, so that again it would be covered from the top to end. Okay, because by applying, because we might have started at top, right? So it would be get dry, it may get sand. So use this tips regularly, and very thanks for watching.